Hello and welcome to Herd Winter Racing. We have a great field. I'm seeing 147, 148 in the pen. It's 5 seconds to
Wow.
go, and we are 2015 UCI Worlds course. Sean, how are you?
I'm doing all right. This is going to be an interesting race. We've got the flats around Richmond, and then we drop down to the river, do the three quick but painful little climbs, and should be about 22-ish minutes, somewhere in there for the winners.
Yeah, so I'm still looking desperately for. Okay, so I've got Christine Barr for now. So she's very close to the front. I think she's a little. I think she's a lightweight and has similar concerns that Lauren always does about getting dropped on the downhill, or on the downhill and flat. But
Having met Christine, she's definitely got a lot more power to her than Lauren does.
does she? Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. No, yeah, she's right up mixing up in the front group. It's a pretty big front group. I can't. It's got to be 50 at least, and it looks like there's a bit of a tail on that group still, but it looks.
Yeah, that first split has already been made.
Definitely. We'll see whether the tail all make it in, but it looks like the guys that are on there now are going to. Okay, let's see what I can get here. Yeah, Sean, if you can go.
Yeah, so at this point, I'm just watching. I'm watching Michael Bowser. So stronger B rider also made that front group. Very good at sticking in and enjoying the draft, and he has actually just told everyone at the front to maybe ease off a little bit.
That sounds like him.
Yeah. So I know personally, being one of the riders that needs to ride the draft on this course, that this first flatter part can actually be the end of the race for you if you're not one of the stronger riders on the flat. There's this little rise up here that goes kind of uphill, falls flat, and up until that first sprint, where those kind of bigger high FTP riders will be able to actually put some of the lower category riders who have been able to make the group into a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks I've got my second camera on the go here now. So I've got right now Christine and Jeff Aldrich. So
Nice.
Jeff right now is so he's sitting in 85th place. So it looks like the third group on the road right now. So I think we'll probably skip up the road a little bit, see if we can get into that second group. But
so the first group is looking like it's 62 riders at this point. 59. It's dwindling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see an O Thompson or D Thompson. Sorry, not sure who that is from the herd in the second group right now. The first group looks. I mean, honestly, it looks like we'll see whether anybody attacks. I mean, you can attack on the flat for sure, but it does look like this is.
There was a little attack just a minute ago that Bowser was right on the back of, actually.
Yeah. I got to say, he's a master of making you scared for him.
Oh, I mean, right on the back of the attack off the front. He
Oh
was
yeah.
off the front of the main bunch, which I was surprised to see from him.
Me, not so much. I think he'd really be nervous about people actually making an attack stick
Yeah.
and wanting to take advantage of it. I mean, yeah.
The group is moving right now. 43K an hour on this false flat uphill. Looks like the average for the group is around 3.4 watts a kilo at this point, which that's going to start putting those sea riders in some difficulty.
Very much. Yeah, just kind of looking. So I see Andy Kroll in here. I see Ewan Simpson in here.
Dan Manalo.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some of our usual suspects in here, and who's that attacking on the front? So that is a Romeo. I wonder if he thinks that there's sprint points because the banner's coming up here, and he's doing 5.5 watts a kilogram.
I'm seeing a herd rider hitting an arrow coming through.
Well, I mean, this has happened in previous weeks, right? The banner
Yep.
attack on the banner that isn't worth points.
Yep. There comes an attack.
Yep. So I think that's the preparation for. I think Terry Leduc was watching for that. He's right up there. No, yeah, I don't think it. I think there's a couple people in a little bit of difficulty right now, but I don't think they shook many people. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So at this point, we're 6 minutes in, and people have been averaging in that front group somewhere between 3.5 and 4 watts a kilo. Some up over 4. So
Yep.
not an easy start.
Yeah. So the second group just went through the sprint point right now. So yeah, that's second group looks like it's in the range of 20-25 riders. And yeah, it looks like a pretty sizable gap behind them and in front of them. Actually, it looks like there's a small group of riders just a few seconds ahead of them. I think that have been shelled off the front group on that series of attacks there.
Here comes another attack on that front group.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, so I see Mark John is in here. So this completes Mark doing another silly streak. So this is his the 7th week of HWR, and this is his 7th different time slot. So that takes some doing, and good on him. That's pretty fun.
Like that attack shelled yet another rider out the back.
Yeah, so it looks
Unless
like
that was a dropout.
Yeah, it looks like Dan Manello had a dropout. He's sitting at 0 watts. Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
Bad luck for him.
Yeah. That is too bad. Yeah. And he just said disconnect in the chat, I figured. So that is too bad. This had the look of a pretty good race. So I do, yeah, there's Bobby Edwards. I guess we'll follow for now. Flicking around here. It's hard to get back to the same rider we had before sometimes. And yeah, Bobby should be looking to cover any moves that happen here, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look back behind this one. we have here in the third group? Yeah, so Jeff Aldrich in this third group. I don't see any other herd riders, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick rundown based on what's going on in the Zwift Power Live of where people are. So among herd riders in that front group, it looks like Don Wilkie, Eric Sedgwick, Terry Leduc, Christine Barr, Kyle No Guts, Tim Maroon, Bowser, Bobby Edwards, Ewan Simpson all made that front group, and Mark John, and then Russell Jewell in the next group. Okay. DJ Thompson, Dan Roberts, Jeff Aldrich in the group behind that with Ed Whedon.
Yep.
And that looks like the majority of the herd riders.
Yeah, well, and that's actually Ed's in a group a couple seconds back from Jeff's group. So he's in a group of 4. They've been working back on. It looks like they're going to catch. So yeah, that's a bit of a different one there, where a lot of times when on this course, if you feel like if you've lost it forever. So good to see them getting back on here.
Looks like yet another dropout out of the front group. Somebody who just looks like they've stopped.
Oh, that's highly disappointing.
And a couple more coming up. It looks like even now the pace is fast heading into the downhill, with even more riders coming off the back.
Yep.
This has not been an easy race so far.
No, it hasn't.
11 minutes in, and people still riding around 3.6 to 4.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see people using draft power-ups on this downhill. I mean, even if you are pushed a little in the start of the downhill, I mean, give a couple of good pedal strokes and get into your super tuck. And
having been dropped on this downhill multiple times, I totally understand the urge to use a draft.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've not been dropped on this, but yeah, I'm a fair bit shorter than you too.
Yeah, some people hitting 7 watts a kilo going across the little flatter bit there, really getting the speed up.
Yep. But the group is big enough. The group is big enough. You're not going to break it anyway. I think that was probably a little more than necessary.
Yeah,
but
it's still 51 riders in this front group.
Yeah.
So I know in race 1, at least according to Chris when we were talking on the podcast earlier, he was suggesting that when we got down along the river here, that things kind of calmed down a bit. So it'll be interesting to see whether that holds in this race as well.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting.
It does look like even now it's already backed off. Earlier they were riding at 3.5-ish. The group now is doing 2.9 or 3.
Well, and that's kind of... Everybody kind of backs off on the hill as everybody's drafting off everybody else. And then it just kind of... You kind of stay in that mode for a little bit because you know the hurt is coming.
Yep.
And really, unless you're attacking for someone, there's not a lot of benefit to attacking right here.
No. So yeah, looking at the first 5 minutes versus the last 5 minutes, people went from averaging 3.6 or so down to about 2.8.
Yeah.
So it really has backed off considerably.
Yeah, no, that's to be expected. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we've got Mark John, Ewan Simpson, Bobby Edwards. We've got we had a 2-3-4 finish in the in race 1 there. So we've got some pretty good racers here for race 2 as well.
Yeah, who's your call for this one?
I would have been tempted to say Dan actually, but
Yeah.
he dropped out. I don't think I know enough of the guys in this group to say. I think Andy. Well, Mark will be in there. Ewan will be in there. I think Andy Kroll will be in there.
Ooh. Based on the numbers that I'm seeing on the Zwift Power page, I think my bet is going to be Mike Morse.
We'll see.
4.8 for 20 and 17 watts a kilo for 15 seconds. So probably got pretty good short power.
Yeah, well, we're looking at repeats, 1 minute repeats, and then.
Yep. Yeah, definitely some people in this race with really good sprint power.
Absolutely. So we're getting close to where things are going to start getting real interesting here. Looks like, well, there was a little bit of an acceleration there, but it's just people kind of trying to position here. But yeah, people, as if somebody on the front at 5 here.
Here come the big numbers.
Yeah, we're going to see some orange here. We've got a check mark here on D. McConnell. I don't know who that is. Yeah, so the lead group is on the climb.
Yeah, Bobby Edwards right at the front of the group.
Right at the front. Tim Maroon right behind him. I think that's Mark John right there as well.
All right, here we go. Yeah, Mark John, first one to hit the orange numbers. But here we go.
Oh, this is big, yeah. And yeah, the whole screen is orange numbers: 12s, 10s, 9s. Bobby's sitting here in 6 or 7.
He needs to close that gap.
He needs to. Oh, I think he's got it. So he's got Mark right in front of him.
That was really smart using the arrow right when he did.
Yeah, that was a good spot to save it. Yeah. So I think he's onto the big group. So Ewan is a second back here. Bishop. Yeah, we'll see whether.
But orange numbers, and it looks like they've closed that gap.
Yeah. So we've got a pretty big group here. So we'll see what everybody does here. I mean, yeah, this is going to be fast. What does it look like? About 15
so Ewan
here?
Simpson's there.
Ewan, Mark, and Bobby, I think, are the herd riders.
Yep. Mark's just tacked onto the back. And here we go.
And Mark's the first one to hit orange numbers again. Wow. So this is a bigger. I don't know that I don't think it's slower, but it's a bigger group than race 1 for sure, where it was just the 4 or 5 riders at this point.
Yeah, there are still
11, I think.
10 or 11, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 11 right now. And I mean they've got 8 seconds, this 11 on the next rider. Yeah, I think our winner's coming from this group at this point.
Interesting to see someone trying to tack off the front here.
Yeah.
Trying to go full Sagan.
Full. Is that Ewan or Mark? That's Mark. Yeah. Mark kind of pulled him in there. Love seeing Bobby in the green and blue.
I still prefer that kit. I love it.
Me too. Million OTR guys. I wonder if they think the red and black herd racing is OTR.
All right, I'm gonna head back through the groups a little and just see what's
I'm
going
trying to see
on.
what's.
So
I
a
kind
group of 6, 17 seconds back.
Yeah.
Another group with Paul Shuckero a few seconds behind that.
Yeah. So I see Terry Leduc and Kyle No Guts are riding together. Looks like 46th and 47th. Guy DeBell off the back of
Christine
that.
is at 26th, just 4
nice.
seconds ahead of a group with Eric Sedgwick.
Okay, so things are getting exciting at the front group again. Bobby's going backwards a little bit. Man, he's going backwards a little bit at 7 watts a kilogram.
Ewan is as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Ewan, Mark, Bobby. Yeah, looks tough. Like might be a little outmatched on this climb. Ewan's pushing hard though.
All right, my call for the race. Morse is still in that front group.
He is. So is Bishop from OTR, which was always a good call there.
And it looks like Bishop's got a gap off that front.
Yeah.
But ooh,
holy cow! Yeah.
Big numbers.
15, 12. Yeah, Morse. Yeah, he's got that by double-digit meters. Looks like. Yeah, where's Bobby here? Yeah, so Bobby looks like probably. Yeah, he just got passed for 8th, so he's in 9th. Mark right behind him in 10th. Ewan was a couple positions ahead.
So looks like Andy Kroll finishing now. We've got where was he? So Eric Sedgwick and Christine Barr riding together at P28.
Yep. So I've got them right now. I've got a camera on their group. Little further back, coming up governors right now. Terry and Kyle are still riding together.
Eric's popped an arrow, looking for the finish there.
Oh, good stuff.
Got a little gap off the front.
Looks like he's got it, I think. Yeah, well done. Well done. That's a good attack. Oh,
so a few seconds back. Katie Candeloro and is coming in.
Ryan Wang rides a lot
actually
of
just
races.
Ahead of Bowser as well.
Just ahead of Bowser. Yeah, there comes Bowser in 38th. Yeah, this is I'm really happy to see these numbers. This is a lot of riders.
Terry Leduc back with Guy DeBell.
Yeah, so it looks like Kyle left Terry.
Yeah.
Guy is closing it a little bit, but I think looks like Terry's gonna hold him off.
He's still pushing to get back to that group ahead. He might just, I mean, if it were me, attack straight through if you've got it.
Yeah. Okay, I think I lost the race with one of the cameras here, so we'll just switch to the one looking at Terry right now.
Yeah, those two that he caught had a bit more left in the tank.
Yeah, so good job to catch them, but yeah, they. But I mean that catch kept him ahead of Guy as well. Okay, who do we have here? R Jewel. I don't know R Jewel. You do have an R Jewel back in.
Yeah, Russell Jewell.
Russell Jewell. Okay. Welcome to the broadcast, Russell. He's fighting his way up governors here. Sitting at 63rd place. With, 3 riders right in front of him. And a couple behind. So there is a C. St. Pierre there. I don't know if that is a relation to Cam or not.
Catherine St. Pierre.
Yeah.
DDC.
Okay, so looking at Zwift power, it looks like a few riders weren't in there. I think. Or no, Zwift power just hasn't gotten to the finish yet. I think. What happened there? I don't see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there was one rider in the top 10, I think, wasn't on Zwift power, so that's I'm showing Ewan finished 6th, Bobby 8th, Mark 9th, Tim Maroon 16th, Eric Sedgwick and Christine Barr in 25th and 27th, Bowser 34th, and yeah, here we go. So I think that's as we watched our new buddy finish here. See if I can get anyone back here.
Jeff Aldrich is just cresting governors and heading into the final straight.
Okay, I'm looking for him now. Yeah, no, I think both my cameras have now left the event because I missed and crossed the finish line. So I think that's the end of our not at the race because there's still lots of riders on course, but unfortunately the end of what we're going to be able to cover. So
yeah, this is it is nice to see this many riders out here.
Yeah, very pleased. We've had bigger and smaller groups depending on the week. I mean, this is a great course. So and we've got a piece of it coming up in ZRL. So I'm not surprised we've got a good week coming up here. So yeah, if you haven't raced in one of the first 2 races, we've got 5 more chances through the weekend, and see you out there. So thanks a lot, Sean.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Hey, young creatures around the world. dancing on the